New York City, where they took a $30 million building and tokenized it, selling shares for 10 bucks a piece, turning an illiquid expensive asset into a highly liquid inexpensive asset, demonetized, democratized for the first time the largest asset in the world, which is real estate. The St. Regis Aspen was tokenized a year later. Dubai's been tokenizing properties ever since. Everybody's tokenizing everything right now. They're all getting in on the act. With tokenization, we already have $11 billion of what's called real-world assets that have been tokenized from 100 different issuers around the world. And they're tokenizing every asset class. And you're all familiar with NFTs, non-fungible tokens, from the Bored Apes Yacht Club to Crypto-kitties, you name it. The NBA has launched their own NFTs called Top Shots. Dolce & Gabbana, Burberry, Tiffany, they're all selling digital versions of their clothing. Why would they do that? Well, consider Fortnite. 500 million accounts, 2 million people are using Fortnite on a daily basis. The company earns $5 billion a year in revenue, and all of that revenue comes from the sale of NFTs. Nike sneakers. That pair sells for $8.99. You got to dress up your avatar. You can buy event tickets with blockchain technology. Each seat is an NFT. The biggest recording artists have all been selling their music catalogs for hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're doing this because the companies that are buying that music is going to take the songs, turn them into NFTs. You'll be able to buy a piece of the song. So the next time you hear Taylor Swift, you'll not only be a fan of hers, you will receive a piece of the royalty whenever it's played on Spotify, turning fans into owners. You'll be able to do the same thing with the contracts of your favorite professional athlete, Hollywood star, Broadway performer. We're going to be using this technology for virtual and augmented reality, advertising, content creation, gaming, gambling, social media. And then there's the physical conversions. Why are we carrying our driver's licenses in our pockets and purses? Why carry that piece of paper? Why isn't that a digital file as an NFT that is more secure and easily transferable when necessary? So driver's licenses, passports, medical records, employment records, academic records, deeds and titles, safety maintenance records, your house. Your clients have a massive part of their net worth in their home. They reach retirement. They don't want to sell the house and downside, but they need more income. You take that $1 million house and you tokenize it. You turn it into 1 million tokens of $1 each. Now you can sell them as you wish, turning your house into a liquid tradable asset. You'll be able to do the same thing with salaries. There are some professional athletes already doing this. McKinsey says the global market is going to be $2 trillion by the end of the decade. The Boston Consulting Group says it's going to be $16 trillion by the end of the decade. Crypto is now a major asset class, and it offers the best opportunity for long-term price appreciation. JP Morgan says by the end of the decade, Bitcoin will be 150,000. Coinpedia says 350. Matt Hogan of Bitwise says 1 million by the end of the decade. Jack Dorsey says 1 million. Alliance Bernstein says 1 million. Kathy Wood of ARK says 2.5 million. And Michael Saylor says Bitcoin will be $5 million by the end of the decade. He says it'll be 13 million by 2035. AGB says the crypto is going to produce the world's first trillionaires over the next 10 years.